She says her apartment is toxic and it's made her and her children sick. Now, Stacey Williams says she has medical bills in the thousands and her belongings are contaminated.
And for the past year, Williams has been trying to figure out why everyone in her family is sick, and that is until she looked inside an air conditioning vent. Local 10 investigator Jeff Weinsteer reports.
We started smelling a stronger scent in the house, like a wet, moldy smell. My 14-year-old woke up with a migraine and her throat was hurting. She could hardly talk. My 3-year-old woke up, she was wheezing. The air is blowing and I'm like itching all over. I was red all over.
Stacey Williams took a vent cover off and looked inside.
I started crying and freaking out because I said, how can this be possible?
Williams says it was in every vent.
I'm scared for my daughters, especially my 3-year-old. You don't understand, like, she has not been able to breathe right at all.
Williams rents this $1,700 a month apartment at Club Mar-a-Lago in Coral Springs.
I run over to the office. I said, this is what you guys have me living in, and this is why me and my children are sick.
Her landlord did hire a company to clean the air ducts, but she says the breathing issues didn't stop.
And I said, I can't sleep in my apartment. And he said, well, that's not my problem.
That's supposed to be pink or white.
So Williams hired David Siegelman. He's a state licensed mold assessor. The results, extremely elevated levels of mold. 1.4 million spores per centimeter were found in a living room AC duct. Anything over 1,000 is considered high. Would you ever want to live in that apartment?
Oh, hell no.
Siegelman says the disturbed mold went flying once the air was turned on.
The people who were there prior to me, all right, they made it worse because they put it up into the air. All right, I don't know, they sprayed, they scrubbed, they did stuff.
It wasn't the right way to do it.
It wasn't the right way to do it.
Local 10 News has learned the company her landlord hired isn't licensed for mold remediation. In fact, their website mentions nothing about mold. It touts carpet cleaning and AC duct cleaning to remove mites.
If you'll turn that off, please.
Okay. Woody Lear is the regional property manager for Olin Living, which manages Club Mar-a-Lago. And what about Deco Dry? Are they licensed to do what they did in that apartment?
I'm not going to talk with you about that.
They're not a mold remediator.
I'm not going to talk with you about that.
Why not? You hired them to remediate.
You just said you didn't want to talk. If you're on camera,
You
I
are on
asked you.
camera.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You need to leave.
Are those spores in everything in that apartment?
At this point, yeah. I mean, because...
Including her kids' stuffed animals?
Yeah, well, whatever exposed to the air.
It's an intensive, expensive process to prove this.
While it seems like a clear-cut legal case, experts say it's not.
It is a doctor who is going to come in there with scientific data and information and testing and analysis to determine whether or not her problems, her children's problems are related to this mold.
We just want to get better. I want my daughter to breathe right. I want my other daughter to feel well, and I want to feel well.
Williams has abandoned the apartment, temporarily moved in with family, leaving all of her things behind.
They need to do what's right and find out where the mold's coming from.
In Coral Springs, Jeff Weinsteer, Local 10 News.
Boy, so tough. Williams' property manager is allowing her to break her lease without penalty, but she is seeking money for medical bills and money to clean and sanitize her belongings. Local 10 reached out to Deco Dry, the company that was hired by the property manager. The owner, Shaul Sultan, referred us to the man you saw in